Time for new leadership. Democrats turn on Chuck Schumer as party civil war erupts. And it is really, really bad for Democrats because the loony left, the far leftists have taken over the party, and they are upset with the current leadership. Even the newcomer, the new socialist, so-called democratic socialist, Zoran Mondani is getting flack because the people finally found out that all those free stuff, all the free things that he was promising, it won't come to fruition because you can't pay for it. So even he's catching flack. He's getting backlash from the leaderless Democrat Party. So we're going to play the clip and talk about it. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button. Share this out so we can get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. There you'll find a link to my Patreon. That's where I talk about things that I can't talk about here. There's also a link to my Instagram and my X account, so follow me there as well. All right, so let's get into this clip. Here we go.
As they seek to expand their base, but some in the party say the problem is at the top.
Chuck Schumer's generation, Nancy Pelosi's generation.
Here goes Bug-Eye Booker, Mr. Spartacus, the weirdo himself. This dude is so weird, man. Oh my God.
John Lewis's generation, they have so much to be proud of. It is time, though, for new leadership.
Do you think the Senate Democrats need a new leader?
Yes, I do, but that's not in my hands, so that's up to them.
One of the first things I've said I will do is vote against Senator Schumer.
Right, that's Seth Moulton there at the end. He is planning a Senate contest too against Ed Markey in Massachusetts, yet another of the older generation, so you say. Former White House Deputy Chief of Staff Karl Rove, also a Fox News contributor. Thank you so much for joining us to talk a little politics on this. Happy Thanksgiving to you, sir. Your thoughts on this younger generation of Democrats looking to essentially push out the old guard, and will Chuck Schumer be part of the guard that's pushed out? Your thoughts?
Yeah. Well, I think there are two things going on here. One is the generational change that is alluded to by Seth Moulton and Cory Booker. And this is natural. I mean, this always happens. The younger crowd wants more responsibility. And if you have these older members of the Senate and the House, they draw younger competitors who want to start their political careers. But that's normal. But what is not normal is the effort by some on the left of the Democratic Party to go after Chuck Schumer on ideological grounds and to deliberately oppose the choice of the so-called Democratic establishment in some of these primaries. Senators, a number of senators led by Elizabeth Warren and Van Hollen of Maryland and Murphy of Connecticut have organized a group they call the Fight Club, and they are aiming to nominate the most left-wing member of the primary contest in critical states like Michigan and Minnesota and Maine. And if they do so, the beneficiaries will be the Republican candidates, because these are battleground states. These are going to be battleground races. And the notion that the more the extreme left-wing candidate you can nominate is going to have a better chance of carrying those seats is ridiculous.
Yeah, and I've talked about this multiple times. They are doubling down on the things that cost them the 2024 election in the first place. Instead of course correcting, instead of becoming more moderate to try to get some of the moderate Republicans and some of the independents, they're saying, no, we're going to go even further left and alienate the American people even more.
Fight Club's a great one to bring up. There's this headline from The Hill, a headline, quote, "Their message is clear. If Democrats want energy, vision, and a real shot at regaining the Senate majority, the party can't keep relying on yesterday's playbook." And maybe that's the real question. At a moment when young voters are disengaging with the Democratic Party, trust is low, the stakes can be higher. Is it time to let new leaders take the wheel? In politics, when this many people start clearing their throat at the same time, someone in leadership should probably start listening.
Yeah, but they're not listening. They're listening to the far left base that only have a only have a small percentage of the population on their side. Like, people don't want these wacky woke policies that don't work. People are tired of it. We had it for 4 years under Biden. This is why Trump won overwhelmingly against Kamala Harris, because people are upset. People were upset about these woke policies and the American last policies that hurt the American people. We're tired of it. The Democrat Party is no longer has no longer been the party of the people for a very, very, very long time.
And it's not just the progressive voice. We're also hearing, people that are trying to gain attention. And here's one, the Representative Eric Swalwell of California talking about not just a fight club, but painting these younger Democrats as sort of an Avengers, as having a deep bench. Take a listen.
Some Democratic leaders send 8-page, strongly worded letters to the president when they don't like something. Gavin Newsom goes to the courts and wins. That show, not tell style is what people expect right now.
Strongly worded letters. Is that a reference to, I don't know, the Senate minority leader, Chuck Schumer?
A direct reference, yes.
Yeah, direct reference. But
and Swalwell is an idiot. He was having sex with a Chinese spy. He was the one caught on they had him on Veritas questioning him on some of his stuff. Like, this dude is an idiot. I don't know why anybody will vote for Swalwell.
You know, what's amazing to me is that Schumer is the most effective fundraiser the Democrats have on the other side. And what they're attempting to say is, we want to replace the guy who, in the meantime, we expect to raise the tens of millions of dollars that are necessary in order to beat the Republicans in these battleground states. Sort of a weird messaging there. But it's fun for Republicans to watch, because none of this is in the short run constructive. It may be constructive to say we want to encourage new faces, and those new faces and new voices find a way to connect with a broader group of Democrats. But if the view is that those have to be people on the extreme left wing of the Democratic Party, as the Fight Club believes in these three battleground states, Minnesota, Maine, and Michigan, I don't think that's a winning strategy.
And now I want to head for the 7th District in Tennessee, where there is a fascinating special election going on right now, where you have a Democratic candidate that is being, quite frankly, called a radical by the Republican candidate. The Republican is Matt Van Epps. The Democrat is Afton Bain. And she's made some pretty interesting comments about the area where she lives. Said some things about Nashville, very disparaging things about Nashville, and about law officers as well. Here's one, for instance, where she tweeted about good morning, especially to the 54% of Americans that believe burning down a police station is justified. Where's the proposal that dissolves the MNPD Nashville? And she goes on, she was directly challenged about this on MSNBC, and she talks about how she doesn't remember and tries to switch the conversation to affordability. What do you make of this race?
Par for the course. You know, you make inflammatory statements like this about the police and stuff like that. Then when you get questioned on it, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't even remember making that statement. It's BS. It's BS, and she knows it.
Well, it's a special election, so lots of crazy things can happen. It's an odd district in a way. It includes some of the most liberal parts of Nashville. It also includes the big Republican county south of Nashville, a town of Franklin. It includes Clarksville, Tennessee, which is the bedroom community for Fort Campbell, which is right across the border in Kentucky, and some of the most conservative parts of rural central Tennessee. But it's got the sort of yin and yang. She represents the left-wing yang of some of the inner city precincts of Nashville. I'm not certain that I mean, this is a district Donald Trump won by 22 points. Congressman Green, who resigned the seat in order to enter private business enterprise, won it by 20. It's going to be the Democrats have energy right now, particularly after New Jersey and Virginia. I think it's hard to believe, though, that they're going to be able to win this seat, particularly with this candidate who is out there on the far left fringe. She says nutty things and has said nutty things for years. And as you say, she can't disavow them. She sort of tries to change the subject.
Yeah, and unlike some other special elections where there was an upset victory, for instance, very famously about 15 years ago in Massachusetts when Scott Brown won that Senate contest where Democrats were a little bit asleep at the wheel on that race. In this case, Matt Van Epps is out there campaigning. He's in this race. It doesn't seem like the Republicans are letting everything slide, despite the fact that these poll numbers do seem so remarkably close.
Yeah, it's good. The Republicans are spending a lot of money, and my suspicion is it will be to a good benefit. But you're right. The numbers are close. It's a sign of the advantage that Democrats have. Republicans are complacent, and Democrats are not.
All right. Karl Rove, thank you very much. Happy Thanksgiving.
Same to you.
Mike.
Wow, wow, wow. So y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Let me know what y'all think about Chuck Schumer's leadership. Will he get Das Boot, or will he remain in power? Leave your comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe, and check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.